Hello and welcome to my stream. Tonight we playing more of Digimon World, and yesterday we were finishing Leomon's cycle, and it was an interesting cycle even though not much has happened because Leomon couldn't learn a new attack, and then I was training him trying to get a new ultimate. We ended up getting an ultimate, although it was Andromon again. And sadly, Andromon had the chance to learn one of three attacks, but he decided to not learn a single one. So yeah, we had some opportunities, but sadly we could not really get results. Not to mention that we also were trying the arena more times because after we were able to get through the rank 8 tournament, now we can try getting into something more challenging like the rank S tournament. But I lost track of the day of it, and then I lost my chance of really giving it a good shot because even though Andromon did not get any new attacks, we trained him so much that he was probably our strongest ever Digimon so far in this playthrough. He was really buffed, but then I could not put him into the right tournament. So yeah, yesterday we had those little problems happening or small problems happening, but at the very least, to not say we were left with empty hands, we got a rank up. So now we are at level 6 of our tamer level, and I'm expecting that to be more helpful. But then also we were able to join some rank 8 tournaments again, and with that we earned some Digievolutionary items for Leomon once again. So now that I know that if I train Leomon with everything but brains, he turns into Andromon. That's good because I know that I can get Andromon again and then he can try learning his attacks once more. But if I probably train his brains and not the rest, then maybe he can do what I wanted him to do the first time, which is becoming a new ultimate. So we have that in our mind now. Hopefully it's going to work next time we try it. It could be today, because I will try going for Elecmon as a rookie. In case I get Elecmon, then we work with his champions, because we have three options. I think it's a good chance for us to get a new one. If we don't get Elecmon for some reason, then I will give whatever rookie I'm getting the item to get Leomon. And then I go for Leomon, and then hopefully we do not get Andromon. But if we get Andromon, then we put him to learn his damn attacks. And that's the plan for today. So let's see how it's going to work, right? But anyway, hey Ultras and Alza, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are doing alright. I'm doing okay, but today was just a regular Sunday. I was kind of feeling that today could have been a bit better, like things could have been more exciting. But no, it was just regular, plus I did not sleep very well, so I'm a bit tired, but besides that, everything's okay. No insect tournament? I don't think so. I need to check the day, but I guess it's going to take us a while before we can try that again, don't you think? Oh yes, how was your clam chowder? It was good? Did you take the pictures? You see, today is day 21st, so there is no way we can go to the insectoid tournament. Because it's happening tomorrow and we are not ready for it. But the buns you baked were horrible. It's funny you are mentioning buns that you baked because I was checking some friends' posts on Instagram, and a friend of mine was baking some buns too, and I was even surprised to know that he knows how to bake that. But yeah, no, no, it's already 21st, so we will skip the insectoid tournament again. It's such a rare event. So yeah, the goal is for us to get Elecmon, but if I commit a mistake in the process and get something else, we use the Leomon's item. And then we try doing things we did yesterday, but then now correctly, right? Okay, let me check the picture. Oh, it looks so different than what I imagined. This actually looks a bit like oatmeal in my opinion, but of course it's not oatmeal, it just looks like it has the same texture. And that, I believe it's black pepper, but I'm not sure. It reminds me of cinnamon. That's why I'm thinking on oatmeal. And then those are your buns, man? Why are you saying they were horrible? I, I don't know, they looked good or fine to me. Black pepper is something that I need to buy and try using more in my recipes. I have been using a pepper in here that I'm not sure how it's called in English, but if I try translating its name from Portuguese, it's even going to sound funny, but we call it as sausage pepper. So maybe it's because it has the spiciness of a sausage. I can't say for sure how it's called in English, but that's the one I use the most. But I also bought a hot sauce. Yeah, I have been using that sausage pepper and the hot sauce. But black pepper is something that I don't use. No, I don't know if it is white pepper. I will give you the name in Portuguese, and then maybe if you Google that, you can see what I'm talking about. That's how it's called. It's because that second word in there, calabresa, calabresa is a type of sausage. Because in English, everything is sausage. But in Portuguese, we have different words for the different types of sausage, you know. And this one pepper gets one specific name of a type of sausage that is calabresa. So if you Google that, hopefully you can see the one that I'm talking about. It's kind of reddish. It's actually the seeds of the green peppers or red peppers, you know. Yeah, I believe a good way for me to describe it. Exactly, that's the one. Now that I'm thinking about how it's made, it is pretty much the dry flakes or seeds of the red peppers, correct. So it's called the red pepper flake. Okay, so that's red pepper flake. That's the one I have been using to give some spiciness to my dishes, plus the hot sauce. I will actually write that down because it's the first time I see it like that, like red pepper flake. Oh yes, I forgot to mention that I also use paprika and cumin. And I believe both are also a little bit spicy. Also, Calabrese is a part of Italy, Calabria. Yeah, I believe it's probably where that sausage is from, right? Because in Portuguese it's called calabresa, it's very close. If you're from there, you're a Calabrese. You cook with that a lot if you are making something spicy. Yeah, that's what I have. I love it. It's super good. It's probably my favorite type of pepper. No, are you serious? No, I will need to double check that. Are you for real? That's how it's called in English, in Italy or in Italian? I will actually need to double check that. There is no way. Man, I can't believe you are right. You are actually right about that. That's crazy because that word in Portuguese, I don't even know how it's called in English, but it's basically, let's say, what can make man to get turned on. It's like that medicine. Yeah, that's what it means in Portuguese. So that's why I'm kinda shocked. I'm back, right? So Victor, how are you, man? You were saying that you know one of these Digimon. Which one? Is it the orange or the red? The orange is kind of popular. Maybe that's the one. He's called Patamon. He used to be one of the main Digimon. You are 100% certain that's how it's called in Italian? It's so weird, man, because it is that medicine in Portuguese. But that's such a curious thing. You are craving salami right now? It's been forever since I had salami. Today I had grilled sausage for lunch. I still haven't bought the sausage from the grocery store, but I ordered food because as I slept not really well, I was tired and I decided to not be cooking, and then I ordered food myself. Also for tomorrow, I normally buy two portions and then I eat one today and the other one I save for the next day. And it was like farofa, rice, black beans. Thank goodness the black beans I have been ordering, they have been very delicious. Then grilled sausage, two eggs, two fried eggs. And also we have this one salad in here that's called mayo salad. I'm not sure if you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's pretty much a mix of a lot of vegetables, mostly carrots, uh, potatoes. Sometimes it can have some raisins on it, but everything is mixed with mayonnaise. So it's a mayo salad. Oh, and it also has some eggs too in there. It's very good. You should see how my player is freaking out now. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Are you having internet connections issues too? That's funny we got that disconnection because my internet was alright today. I hope it doesn't give us many disconnections. So every winter the cheaper mall near you has a small deli stand that they sell salamis and cheese. I'll probably be buying some cheese and ham tomorrow or on Tuesday. Actually, probably on Tuesday. You can get a lot of the best salami for like $15. It's very good. My sister normally buys deli way more often than me. My sister loves to drink wine. So, in order for her to have like the best experience with wine, she gotta have some snacks too, right? And then delis are fantastic snacks for that. Yeah, so Victor knows Patamon. He digivolves into Angemon. Hopefully we can get him into Angemon soon. A popular dessert salad there is called ambrosia. I have heard that name before. It has canned mandarin oranges, sour cream, shredded coconut, and mini marshmallows. Let me Google that. Or is that a picture? Oh, that's a picture. Okay, that looks a lot like the salad that I was talking about. Although it's with different toppings and it has coconut, right? Because, yeah, the one I was saying, it doesn't have that. Yeah, that's more like a dessert, right? The one that I was saying, which is the mayo salad, it feels more like a dish. Or a side dish, actually. No, it's just it tried to refresh when the stream was down and it kept trying over and over and over. Sometimes it can have pineapple, man. Pineapple and coconut, that's a good combo. So let's start the training. I also need to return to this shop sometimes to check if I can find Monochromon. We need to find him. He's the one that sells the chips. But he hasn't returned, right? We can't find him at all. By the way, I have been thinking about the games I'll be playing after this one. We were talking a little bit about it yesterday, but I think that as also this playthrough has been taking forever, I kind of do have a question to make to the chat as well, although I think that Victor, Ultras, and Alza will probably give me a negative answer because I don't know if they are. I imagine they are not big fans of Golden Sun, like some other people may be, like other people of the community. So maybe I should save that question for later when more people are around. But basically, what I'm thinking to do is that as this playthrough is taking so long to end, I think I will play more games before starting the next RPG. I mean, the big RPG, because I will be jumping into another RPG afterwards, but I'm expecting it to not be this long. And the next big RPG is Golden Sun, but then I don't know how many people are very, very interested on Golden Sun, you know? I'm expecting not many, so that's why I'm also thinking if I decide to play more short games or other different games before jumping into it, it's going to be fine. And that's what I think I will be doing. Because right now I had two games in my mind, which are Cosmic Star Heroine, an RPG that's like Chrono Trigger, and I'm thinking it's not going to be very long. It can surprise me and then it may take long, but that's okay as well. Then after that, I'm thinking about playing a platformer slash puzzle called Hue. It's about colors and using colors to solve the puzzles and do the platforming. It looks very interesting. And after you, I was thinking about playing a Flash game because maybe after the death of the Flash player, the Adobe Flash player, I felt very nostalgic about playing Flash games, especially the ones I played many years ago when I was a teenager. And I feel like going back to them. And I was yesterday considering playing one of them, but now I kind of want to play them all before I jump into Golden Sun. So that would mean that that instead of picking either Super Fancy Pants Adventure and Bloons Tower Defense, I would be playing both of them. Not sure how long that would take. Probably Bloons Tower Defense could take longer because it's a tower defense game and I have never beaten a tower defense game and it may take some time. But I would love to give it a shot. But also, I found when I was remembering the Flash games I used to play, I remember this one called Sprout, and I found it on Steam too. But this is an easy one because I know it's short. I have beaten it before. It won't last like 3 hours of playthrough probably. And fun fact, it's actually for free on Steam. It's a very short, cute looking, and it's a puzzle game. Highly recommended if you wanna check that out. It's super short, like you can beat it super easily in a single uh, in a single day, like not even a day, but in a single playthrough. Like you start it and then you can get to the end right away, you know. So that's a recommendation because I was checking it today and it's for free on Steam. Also, hey Sabru, how are you? Sabru, are you by any chance a big fan of Golden Sun? Because I'm thinking on kind of postponing it a little bit so I can play other games before jumping into what I think would be the big RPG game that's coming next. Because yeah, now I kind of want to go to all of those Flash games, Sprout, Super Fancy Pants Adventure, and Bloom's Tower Defense. I'm thinking about playing the Bloom's Tower Defense number 5 or the 5th game because it's one of the two that I have on Steam. No, you have played it just a bit, so you wouldn't mind if I skip Golden Sun for later, right? I think I will do that then. I will be playing a lot of random games, probably 4 or 5, and then we get to Golden Sun. I'm just saying that because then, if there is somebody excited for my Golden Sun playthrough or something, please be patient because I think I will give it more time still. I think it would be nice with a couple of shorter games after this much Digimon, right, Victor? Me too. I don't know if I want to jump into another long game right away. And I'm really feeling like going back to those nostalgic games. And not to mention that probably after Golden Sun, I have been thinking about going back to Roller Coaster Tycoon because I still gotta beat that freaking game. And I was not too far from doing it. So I think I even have my game after Golden Sun. It's probably going to be Roller Coaster Tycoon. So I need to get Elekimon, right? I will see if I can get him by giving him speed. But before doing that, I need to check. Oh, the other option is Penguinmon. Okay, so I imagine that Penguinmon is not based on attack. So I will try giving Elekimon attack and speed. And I will hope that's the course for him. I also remembered other Flash games that I used to love playing as a kid, but sadly most of them are not on Steam. But I was looking on YouTube about them yesterday. There was even this one that's so crazy and funny. I will type its name on the chat. If I'm not mistaken, that's how it's called, Nanaka Crash. It's like a anime looking game or Flash game that I don't even know what's the plot of it or if it's based on a real anime or something, but it's a bunch of random anime characters, and then there is this one guy that gets hit by a girl, and then you need to see how far he can get, like from the starting point. You know that challenge in Smash Brothers that has a bat that you need to. I think you need to knock a sandbag, and then you need to see how far the sandbag can get. It's one of those games that the farthest the item gets, the best score you get or something. But this one is about people. It's like a girl getting angry of a guy, and then she kind of slaps. No, oh no, she doesn't slap him, or she doesn't slap him. She actually hits him with a bike. Yeah, there is that bike in that game. So it's a very weird game, but it's super funny. And I remember playing it a lot, and then I was watching somebody getting some crazy records on that Flash game. Oh yeah, Victor, yesterday you were telling me that you have played Counter-Strike, right? After you left, I was curious to know if you have played GoldenEye. Because GoldenEye was an exception to my preferences on gaming, because I don't like shooting games, but I did play some GoldenEye, especially the multiplayer of it. The single player, I hated it, but the multiplayer was fun. I do have some memories of it. Man, the Nintendo 64 was such a good console. I miss going to the rental store, playing Mario Tennis with other people, playing Mario Party 3. I remember one of these days Ultros was saying that he was trying to buy it. I really hope he gets it, because Mario Party 3 is so good. But Mario Tennis, man, there is nothing like playing Mario Tennis against your friends. Yes, the original GoldenEye. The best FPS game ever, you see, so I'm not surprised. I was guessing you played it, because you are also a big Rare fan, right? Yeah, GoldenEye was probably the one and only shooting game I played. Unless you consider Portal a shooting game. I can see it as a shooting game too, even though it's very different. And it's more like puzzle based than action. But if you don't consider Portal as a shooting game, then GoldenEye is my favorite. Otherwise, it's Portal. I love Portal. I have played that game so much over the years. By the way, did you see the news that there is a Perfect Dark? I don't know if it is a new game or if it is a reboot, but there is a Perfect Dark game coming up. I know Perfect Dark is like the spiritual successor of GoldenEye, but I did not play it, even though many people say it's even better than GoldenEye for some reason. But I know there is a new game or a new Perfect Dark game coming up. I'm not sure if it is a reboot or a sequel, but I was really happy to know those news because that game was a classic. Like, it was a very beloved game. So the vintage store has it now, and then you got an email. They are saying they have in stock, but they want 150 for it. And you are not ready to spend that amount with nobody to play it with. Yeah, keep an eye on it, but I hope you can still negotiate that price. You think they are very similar? The only thing I know that kinda gives some difference between both games, GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, is that Perfect Dark has something to do about aliens. And as a kid, I used to not like that idea, so I got super far away from Perfect Dark. And then GoldenEye I played a little bit with my friends in the multiplayer mode. But yeah, I never really liked Perfect Dark because I heard or I knew it had something to do about aliens, and I was scared of that. I took GoldenEye and just enhanced it and fit stuff in that Golden didn't have. Like the animation of reloading a gun and then not just moving it off screen to reload. Damn, 150 for a Mario Party, that's way too much. You get that Mario Party 3 is kinda rare as it was at the end of the Nintendo 64 era, but still. Shouldn't it be the opposite? Like, if it is a game that's being released by the end of a console, shouldn't there be more of it? I mean, maybe there won't be many people to be buying it, but don't you think that because it's more recent, there should be more easy to get than like the games that were released right in the beginning of the console that are old and everything? I don't know. I don't think that's a good reasoning for it to be expensive. Oh, you still need to play Perfect Dark actually? But it's hard to find in there. One time you saw an ad, someone selling a full N64 with games plus Mario Party 3 for 120, you see? And then you message her and said 80 just for Mario Party, and you can still sell the console and the rest of the games. Damn, she never replied, come on. That's so BS. It's like people have no interest on negotiating or selling stuff. you would pay up to $80 for the Mario Party 3 cartridge. I'll be playing that game here at some point. I love it so much, and I don't remember if I finished the single player mode of it. I remember getting to the very end of it, but I don't know if I beat it. So someday on this channel, be sure that we will play Mario Party 3. And the other ones too, because I actually haven't played the other two Mario Party for Nintendo 64 that much. You haven't because it wasn't made for as long and fewer people bought it since the next console was on the way. I understand that, but I don't know, I can still think that those cartridges will be better preserved than the older ones, and for that they should have a lower price, because they are more recent cartridges than, for example, a Super Mario 64 cartridge that was released exactly when the Nintendo 64 was out. Like, the conservation of the cartridge should matter in that as well. And then I can see Mario Party 3 cartridges being better than the other ones. Although if they are... Oh, wait a minute. I'm making a mistake in here. If they are better... If they are in a better state, they are more expensive. That's true, right? I was thinking about the opposite. I was thinking that the older the cartridge, the better. Not necessarily. Man, it's complicated, right? Freaking... this freaking stock of gaming is complicated. The stock market of gaming, it's complex. Because there is also value to old games, because they are rare, because they are old, even though they may not be at the perfect state. It is complicated. But just like what we were saying yesterday, one thing is for sure, if you have a Nintendo game, be sure that's probably going to raise its value with time. Unless you are buying it from a local store or like somebody that has no knowledge about the prices of those items. But yeah, Nintendo games tend to increase their value with time. So Mario Party 3, like by then, the Nintendo 64 hype was dead, and Mario Party 3 was a rush release. And no one was begging for a Mario Party 3 because they were already with the second game. Actually, the second game is the one that people prefer the most. I never really understood that. I prefer Mario Party 3 so much more. But yeah, I think the second one is people's favorite. Like, once the second game was out, the hype was already dead. The releases afterwards were just Nintendo's formalities. Thank goodness they came up with Mario Party 3 though, because it is definitely my favorite. But they are a lot rarer, so that drives the price up like crazy. Well, either way, they are all over 20 years old basically, yeah. It's because they are so rare. You have been looking for the game for 2 years. And then you have the supply, the demand, that's all there is to it. Mario 3 has a low supply and moderate demand for sure. Unlike Turok 3, which is basically good for smashing or throwing into grinder or something. Victor is still looking for Conquerors for over 5 years. He almost never see them for sale in there, and the odd occasion when someone actually sells when they ask over $200 for it. You know what? I still haven't beaten Conquers, but it's because the game gets very dark by the end of it. But I will not enter into details because I don't know if Victor was ever spoiled about Conquers. But yes, I still haven't beaten it. I have never really played 3. You just have it on an emulator, no one to play. That's how I played it most of times too. But on a couple occasions, I tried playing Mario Party 3 with my in real life friends by using an emulator as well. But the thing is that My hometown friends, those are the ones that I normally play that game, they are not like big gamers. So it was unfair because I knew Mario Party 3, you know, a lot, and they didn't know anything about the game. The game that was more fair for us to be playing together was Mario Tennis. So we used to play Mario Tennis when we were hanging out. Sadly, my friends were not very good Mario Party players. The only few opportunities I was with Mario Party players was when my friends from the other states were visiting us here in Rio, but that doesn't happen in forever. Or it hasn't happened again in forever. So yeah, we use it to play the Mario Party DS with our 3DSs and DS, you know. Victor didn't get Mario Party 3 as a kid because his parents thought you already had, or he already had two Mario Party games. Then that thinking went out the window when Mario Party 4 came out, and then your mom wanted to play that? Come on. Yes, I haven't played the other ones that much because GameCube is not a thing in my childhood, or it was not a thing in my childhood. And they released like three or four games for GameCube, three or four Mario Party games. When my computer can emulate them all, I will definitely be checking them out. There is one feature in Mario Party 3 that I have never seen it returning to Mario Party games, and I still think it was such a fun party game. It's like a crazy battle mode it has with, it's even like Digimon or Pokemon. You can get those characters, those Mario characters as your partners, and they have stats like attack and defense. And you can place them in front of you or on your back. And then if you cross the other player, they have a fight. Like you put those characters to fight each other. And then if you kill the other partners, let's say Pokemon quotation marks, you can hit their hearts. And then that's how you win the game. You need to get all of your opponent's hearts out, right? I love that battle mode so much. It was so fun. And I have never seen it back. So there were four, 5, 6, and 7. All of those were for the GameCube. And then 8 was the first one for Wii. I think it's insane. Like, the GameCube didn't really get a lot of games, but it managed to get freaking 4 Mario Party games for some reason. But don't you think it's weird though? How they use it to release so many Mario Party games, like 3 for Nintendo 64, 4 for the GameCube, and then now they only release a single Mario Party game that feels kinda empty, that feels kinda lacking on content. You, how is that possible? Like, shouldn't they be more able today to come up with a more complete looking Mario Party game as they were able to make so many of them in the past? What happened to the franchise that now they are getting more simple? You don't think so? You don't think they are investing a lot of money into it? You think it's just the formalities that they are only releasing a Mario Party game because every console has a Mario Party game? But something changed in there because, like I said, uh, they used to give it more games, right? And now it's a single one that's like disappointing because it's short. I don't know, something happened that they really gave up on the franchise. Maybe just like what has been happening to Paper Mario. It's probably a situation where if at least 100 people buy it, they have broke even. I can understand if they are exhausted with their ideas, but that doesn't mean they can't resurrect the past games. The past games were good. Like, I wouldn't mind getting a collection, the Mario Party collection with all of the mini games from the past, but now reloaded. They did that for the 3DS though, in their 100 something Mario Party game. I can't remember how it was called, but it had 100 classic mini games. But why not make like this one huge Mario Party game with like, what Smash Brothers is doing? Give me a Mario Party Ultimate. That's what I want. Like, bring back all of the freaking mini games, all of the game modes, all of those uh, tabletop board games or areas for you to play. Bring all of those things back. Like, put them all in an Ultimate game and a complete edition. That's going to be bomb. Much better than creating a new game that's uninspiring, incomplete, short, lame, disappointing. I don't know, they could do that. I feel like a Mario Party that has 1, 2, 3 maps, minigames, etc. Just adjust the prizes and goals, etc. to neutralize all of three. I think that's a short game. Like, I don't want a Mario Party game that only has 3 maps. And to be fair, if a side franchise based on a concept like that has 10 or so games, they have beat their idea to death already. You know what's funny? There is this one Switch game called um, how is that one game called? But it's about tabletop games. I think it's 51 tabletop games or something. Classic 51 tabletop games. That game has been so successful on the Switch, even though it looks at first like a very simple game. Seriously, that game has sold a lot of copies. And it has all sorts of classic board games like chess, blackjack, uh, even bowling. You can play bowling with that game. So you can see it has the potential. They just need to make it right. Since each game 1, 2, 3 had unique prizes and tasks and goals, they would just have to adjust it so they are all in common. Do you mean that if they come up with a compilation of all of those games, they just need to like use some handicap and then balance everything? I mean, that's doable. Like, it was a fun idea for a couple of games, but it's probably too hard to keep interesting for that many games. But do you really think Mario Party is dead? I mean, I I just think that the games are lame, but the idea is still alive to me. I wouldn't mind playing a very good Mario Party game, right? But today my best option would be going back to the past and playing the old ones because those are the best ones that were released. But I would love to have a Mario Party match or something like that. Maybe in comparison to other games like Mario Kart, like Smash Brothers, it may not have the same spot in preferences of people, but the idea, I don't think it's dead. Take a look on freaking Fall Guys. Fall Guys is a bit like Mario Party 2 and it's super successful. But now that I'm talking about this, I just remembered another Mario related party game that we still haven't heard about it for the Switch. So now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a new game maybe this year. What happened to Mario Golf? It's not my favorite, but we still don't have a Mario Golf for the Switch, right? I think they will probably release that this year. That's my 2021 guess. Mario Golf for the Switch. If it has maps from all the three games, that's a lot. I would love that to happen. Yes, I would love that to happen, and all of the mini games too. Give us a solid remake with all of those previous board games and everything you have done so far. But you meaning things like 1 versus 2 or versus 3, that you collect different things and the map spots to do different things in different games. There are also the different items, right? But I still think everything is doable. Maybe they can give you options for you to select what you want to allow, just like Smash Brothers. Do you want to play this game with all of the items, without the items, with some items? I think all can be customizable, and it's doable. And if they make a game like that has all of the three games maps, they have to make sure they all work the same. Yes and no, because even if they, I don't know, have some sort of unfair thing to them, as long as it's customizable, it's fine. There may be people that would like to play, I don't know, a Mario Party 1 board game with the rules of Mario Party 3, even if that doesn't sound fair. Allow that person to do that. But if the game is very customizable, just like Smash Brothers, it can work. And if they make a game that has three game maps, they have to make sure they all work the same. Yeah, but just make it customizable. Not that perhaps, but I can completely understand that they can't do more with that idea. I agree. I think they won't be able to come up with some revolutionary new Mario Party game anymore. That's exactly why I want them to go back to the past and give us remakes. What the hell is Go? Oh, you mean Mario Golf? I'm trying to say Mario Golf. Maybe the oath is not too loud. Yeah, Mario Golf. That just have to make sure the customizing is across all of the three games. No, don't worry, Outros, it's fine, man. Yes, that's the one. Not just the two work for two. Yeah, I think they can do that. Come on. They are just lazy. It sounds like I said go, probably. Yeah, I can see that. But I'm now betting Mario Golf will be released this year, or we'll be getting news about it. And with a lesser amount of chances, then I would say Mario Strikers. I actually have never played that, but a lot of people kinda wish it returns. It's the Mario soccer game. And speaking of Mario Golf, since I brought it up, I used to like it, but I never was good at it. But I used to like it. I just wish I could, I don't know, beat the game or win the matches, but I was really bad. But it's a good game. You haven't heard much of Golf or Strikers? In my case, Strikers is the one that I have never played. But I have played Mario Golf 64, and also the one for the Game Boy. They are fun. I just think they are too hard. Or I'm very bad. One of the two options, or maybe both together. The one that I can play the best is Mario Tennis. But even Mario Tennis is hard. So remakes is the most logical option, but that never enters your mind since you usually play the originals anyway. Honestly, Victor, if they make a very good remake, I can see myself moving on to the remake. Because if it really mixes up with like the other board games and the other games and stuff, I can see it being very fun. But yes, I will always love the old ones for sure. Especially the third entry. You know something else that they mess up a lot regarding Mario Party? The online mode. Why is it so limited? Like, you can't play an online Mario Party game on a complete board. You need to only play a couple mini games together and ha ha ha, that's it. That's so much BS. But speaking about online multiplayer games, I gotta give high props to Microsoft because this week I heard some news that first Microsoft was telling their customers that they were considering raising the prices for the subscription of theirs, like for their game passes, because they were adding some other games to it or stuff. And then some people were bothered by that, like, no, don't make it more expensive and stuff. And then by seeing the backlash of the customers, Microsoft decided to not only cancel the raise of prices, but also allow everybody to play multiplayer online games for free. I mean, the ones that are already free, like Fortnite and maybe Call of Duty, I'm guessing, without the need to be like a subscriber or to get to their Game Pass, you know? So I thought that was freaking amazing. I give Microsoft a lot of respect for that. I'm actually surprised it was not like that before, but I appreciate that they kind of heard people or heard their customers and surprised them into allowing now people to not necessarily get their Game Pass to have somewhat or a somewhat experience or an online multiplayer experience with the free games. So yeah, the Microsoft fans got that surprise this week, and I thought it was very good news. Okay, I need to go back on the chat a little bit. Let me just do this. Ultras, you haven't played a lot of Mario Kart. I played a lot of Mario Kart, but uh, the more Mario Kart keeps on being released, the worse I get in that game. So yeah, I kind of lost my motivation to keep on playing Mario Kart because I'm horrible today. Half of its rides half of its rides the coattails of previous releases. I actually like that. Yeah, Mario Kart keeps on bringing back their courses. That's actually a thing I like a lot. And of course, all characters and skins from the tree, and maybe adding some new characters too. They could do that. I would probably just buy Mario Party 3 for the collector's value. So you doubt a remake would be worth for you? Victor, you're really an OG player, man, or an OG gamer. Good PR. What is PR? Personal record? I'm sure I will get lucky with a more affordable listing someday. If I had people to play it with, price wouldn't bother you that much, cause that's a small price to pay to have fun. Even just once. You go out with a friend and pay a $200 bar tab, so $120 for a replayable game is nothing really, to be honest. I guess put into perspective. Not to mention that in case you do not play Mario Party anymore, you can still sell it and get your money back and even more because it's such a, I don't know, a valuable game today. So yeah, right? That's the magic of physical copies. True, but it's so hard to find people who want to hang out and play Nintendo 64 games. That's why I freaking miss the rental stores. Man, the rental stores were such a big thing. I have played Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. What is DD? Dreamcast, maybe? Or do you mean Dungeons and Dragons? Maybe it's Dungeons and Dragons. Wii and the Switch. Sorry, yeah and no for you. But it's not that way in general. I think the newer Mario Kart controls is awfully compared to the old ones. You know the controls aren't bad on the new ones, but they are so different from what you're used to. So you really can't play newer Mario Kart games. I can play them, but for some reason I suck. It's simple like that. It's like I don't know, go through the course without committing many mistakes, and it's never enough. So yeah, I feel bad because I don't know how to improve. It just feels like people get better carts than me, that drive faster than me, and then for some reason I can never get to them, and then I'm losing. I still gotta test the um, Mario Kart Tour. I believe that's how it's called, the one for mobile. I still haven't played that one. Some people said good things about it. For Ultras, there is just an adjustment period, and the new ones have cards and things that matter. Yeah, they do change your stats. Like some people will go for more strength or wave. Some people will go for more speed. Some people will go for more acceleration. I like the first like three or so ones. I don't know which Mario Kart would be my favorite, but the one that I should play more is Double Dash, and the one that's probably not my favorite is Mario Kart DS. Yes, I was not very hooked into Mario Kart DS. But I love the one for the GBA, the Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. I played the Wii one a bit. Oh yeah, there is the Wii one, right? So Mario Kart Wii has some levels that I don't like. For example, Wario's Gold Mine. I hate that level so much. But it also has one of my favorite levels ever, which is Coconut Mall. So yeah, I'm okay with Mario Kart Wii. Then there is Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart 8. I like them, but I'm bad. That's the truth. But I like them. My least favorite is Mario Kart DS, yes. I don't know, there is something that feels lacking in that game. I can't say what. So you also have to find a car to get comfortable with. Normally, I go for speedy cards. But there are people that go for heavy cards. There is Double Dash, the GameCube Mario Kart. Yeah, it's a game that everybody says great things about it, but I haven't really played it a lot. I wish I could try it. You were listing the Mario Karts you played. Oh, DD was Double Dash, I see. It was not Dungeons and Dragons. Me and a friend played so much of Double Dash for a while when it was new. It was the first Mario Kart we spent a lot of time trying to complete everything there is to do. That was Super Mario Kart! Yeah, Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo. Yeah, that's the one I played the most. Okay, we got Elecmon, so we are not going for Leomon's path today. And then he had... Never mind. Oh my god, Elecmon can digivolve into Leomon? So I only have two options left. My odds are lower now, but sure. How should I train this guy? I will guess that Leomon is all about attack. And maybe Bakemon was for brains? What if we go for speed? Let's make a very fast Elecmon. I will try that. And I hope it works. 64 is always good, and you have the most fun friend memories with the Wii. I think I had Mario Kart 64 completed before you and that friend set out to complete everything in Double Dash. I mean, I used to play it a lot, but I don't know if I was able to get the golden trophies for the 150 cc's and 200 cc's. You know, that's kind of brutal. But I remember trying a lot. You have the Wii one as well. Do you like Wario's Gold Mine? Because the Wii version of that level sucks in my opinion. Although people have been saying that the new version of it for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is much better. They kind of fixed it. But the one in the Wii, it was my nightmare. I hate how it starts with a very big slope. I always get off track because of that slope. I hate it so much. You probably haven't played it in about 10 years. Do you have Wii Sports Resorts? Man, that's a game I would love to play every freaking day, to be honest. It's so chill. I love and I miss Wii Sports Resorts. You don't remember Warriors Gold Mine? Good for you! It means you had a fantastic childhood and you were not traumatized by that level. I freaking hate it. You don't have Wii Sports Resorts? Man, I would recommend you going after it. I love that game so much. But of course it's better if you have somebody to play it with you. But even the single player mode is somewhat fun. There is an exploration mode in there that you explore the island by driving or riding a plane. I used to love it. It is probably my favorite game on the Wii. There is even the frisbee golf dog. It was so cute to see the dog trying to get the frisbee you throw. I actually have never played frisbee golf. I know it's a big thing in other countries. I wish I could play that, but golf is not a big thing in here. I have only played mini golf and it was like once or twice. So I think I will give him like 400 of speed. And then maybe I go for defense. Because I guess I still haven't tried a combination of speed and defense. It sounds like something that I normally don't do. I hope it works. So, Victor, you were talking about Conker's Bad Fur Day. Did you answer me when I said or asked if you already have been spoiled on it? Or the day you get it, it's going to be the first time you're going to see the game? I don't remember if you were there when Gabe was playing it. Probably you were there. Which is still insane because Gabe has played freaking Conkers when he was 5 years old. I was asking if you already know or if you were already spoiled on Conker's Bad Fur Day. Or is it going to be fully blind to you? I was checking a video that they were talking about games that never got a sequel. Conkers was there. I mean, it got a remake for the Xbox Live, but never really a sequel. Some other games were Bully, which is kind of surprising to me because Bully used to be a very big game in my opinion, but also Shadow of the Colossus, but it got like a remastered version, but not a sequel. Eternal Darkness as well. You have only seen a couple of bits, so it's going to be more or less blind to you, I see. I think there are some couple things that even if you have never played Conkers, there is no way you have not seen it before, right? For example, the Great Mighty Pooh. That is like already worth checking by its own. Man, this Elekimon is with max happiness. Yeah, right? I think everybody that has some knowledge on gaming will know the Great Mighty Pooh. Speaking of sequels and stuff, I also checked today a video that they were saying that it's been 2 years since Nintendo said that they were restarting the project for Metroid Prime 4, and they were making some comparisons to like how long did retro games to develop their projects. And according to their average number, it's like 2 from 3 years. So they were thinking that we would be very close to be getting this new Metroid Prime 4 game. If it's real, I'm not sure, but that's what they were expecting to happen because they were also thinking on Donkey Kong Country Returns and some other games they worked on as well, right? But another mystery is what were retro or what was right? What was retro games working on before Nintendo